Hi guys, I'm giving my response to the questions for A White Man's Burden and Wilson's 14th point. The first question is, what is the white man's burden, according to Kipling? To me, the white man's burden was simply a dominant race taking control over an ethnic and cultural backgrounds also, until they could find their way in the world by adapting the Western ways of living. 2. What reward does Kepler suggest the white man carries from? The reward the white man gets from carrying the burden is hatred, straight up hatred, by the people and judgment from his own peers. Third question, who was Kipling's audience? How do you think they may have responded? I look at Kipling's audience to be his own peers, but it could be two audiences. It could be his peers and also the people of the United States of America. I can say he was trying to persuade them, the Americans who was new to this way of thinking, which was imperialism, and what difficulties they may have going about doing something like new like this. The response, I think the response of the American public would be, yes, some would help, some would like to help, some would be wondering what are we going to get from accomplishing this. Oh, tongue twister. And are we going to be considered imperialist or bullies, what have you? Wilson's 14 points. What was Wilson's main message? His main message was to make the world a safer place. And he wasn't fighting for power or land or money like other countries were. He was fighting for moral reasons, so he could protect the democracy and promote peace throughout the world. His main focus was peace and sharing, improving, stuff like that. Next question. How does the white Wilson's conception of foreign relations differ from Kipling's main ideas? I missed the question here. Oh, is this the same as imperialism in the 19th century? This could be yes and no. Because in other people's eyes it would seem wrong to go to war, but in comparison to Kipling, he was more negative and Wilson was more positive. His points were more geared to peace and helping each other, helping other groups out. Kipling wanted a more organized society, while Wilson was more into just helping and nourishing other societies. Next question. How does Wilson's conception of foreign relations differ from Kipling's ideas in White Man's Burden? To me, it doesn't really differ somewhat. They had the same concept in mind, but Wilson was more forceful because he was president. Um, Kipling was kind of like negative on this. Um, and Wilson had a lot of resources at his disposal. So that was my view on that. Do you see our foreign policy agenda today grounded in these 14 points, or have we departed? As I viewed foreign policy today, the critics are saying it's disastrous. Back then, the foreign policy was also kind of thwarted because Wilson lost his presidency. Foreign policy. He lost foreign policy. He lost his presidency through foreign policy. Excuse me. In the pursuit of a vision, and he didn't compromise. He refused to compromise. So, in today's foreign policy, we have different points. Take Obama as president now. You know, they're saying comparing Obama to Wilson. They're saying he's somewhat disastrous, like Wilson. But when you say A, you have to say B. So you have to look at the things Obama has done in foreign policy. So we can't say foreign policy is all that disastrous. So this is what Obama has sought to do in foreign policy. He's end the war in Iraq and Afghanistan. I know people that fought in Iraq and Afghanistan. Crazy. Anywho. He defeated diminished Al-Qaeda. No more. Prevent the spread of nuclear weapons. Strengthen alliances, expanded partnerships, and reinvigorate them. Advance universal values. And most importantly, maintain the strongest military. Hoorah! Anyway, guys, this is my answers to the questions in a nutshell. I'm all for being corrected, critiques, ideas, thoughts. This is how we learn. History 2304. Thank you, guys. Bye.